Supplemental Plan G has continued to be the #1 choice for those going on supplemental plans in 2024. But in 2025, will Plan G still be the best option for those who are looking for maximum coverage insurance? Or is another plan like Plan N going to make more sense? In this video, we're going to break down what those coverage options will look like in 2025 so you can make a confident decision about your coverage. Then, after you pick your coverage, we'll talk about how to choose the best insurance company. So why has Plan G remained at the top of the 10 supplemental letter options available on the market? Well, if we look at the 6 gaps in original Medicare, these are the costs that you're 100% responsible for if you only have Medicare Part A and B. Plan G has the most comprehensive coverage compared to all the other plans that are still available today. Plan F was previously the most popular plan, as it covered all 6 original Medicare gaps until it was phased out for anybody becoming Medicare eligible after January 1st of 2020. This means Plan G became the most comprehensive coverage for those who don't want to take on any risk with their medical costs. Plan G covers 5 of the original gaps, leaving you responsible only for the Part B annual deductible, which is $240 this year. Which means after you pay this small deductible, your only out-of-pocket expense for the rest of the year would be the monthly premiums for the Plan G, and that's it. So how does this compare to the second most popular option, Supplemental Plan N? Well, Plan N covers 4 of the original Medicare gaps, leaving you responsible for that $240 deductible, as well as the excess charges if and when they occur. Excess charges are an additional charge that doctors have the right to add to your bill if they choose to. They have the right to add up to 15% additional to the bill. If and when this happens on Plan N, you would be responsible to pay 100% of those excess charges. The good news is, the great majority of doctors do not charge excess. As of 2024, estimates are as low as 2 to 5% of doctors who are adding the additional 15% to the bill. In addition to excess charges, Plan N also requires that you pay a $20 copay for doctor visits and a $50 copay for ER visits. Now let's talk about the cost of these plans. On average, a Plan G will cost you around $140 a month, and a Plan N will be closer to $110 a month. This means the Plan N will save you on average around $30 a month. Again, these are national averages. I can already see in the comments below telling me that in your state the cost is much higher. And it's true. In some states, these plans have rules that drive up the cost of premiums. Unfortunately, we can't address every state, so I find it most helpful to use the average across all states. Real quick, before we talk about our recommendation for supplemental plans in 2025, if this video has been helpful and you enjoy this kind of content, please like the video by hitting the thumbs up and click subscribe below the video here. It costs you nothing and helps you find our videos in the future. Also, share this video with a friend you think might benefit from this information. Our goal is to make this information easily available to as many people as possible. So what plan do we recommend for 2025? Well, that completely depends on what is most important to you. If any broker or agent out there tries to recommend what plan you should choose without first understanding your personal situation, I wouldn't really put much trust in that agent. Rather than making a recommendation, I want to highlight the key differences between these 2 popular plans and why you might choose one over the other. Let's start with Plan G. Outside of monthly premiums on Plan G, you will only have to pay the small annual deductible. In 2024, it's $240, and then that Part B deductible resets every January. So as long as you are seeing a provider that accepts Medicare and are receiving services that are covered by Medicare, then after this small deductible is met, the plan will cover 100% of your medical bills for the rest of the year. Now on Plan N, you will still have to pay the annual deductible of $240. Plus, you will have to assume the small risk of excess charges being added to the bill. Keep in mind, you can always ask your doctor if they add excess charges before working with them. Plus, you will have those copays, which are a maximum of $20 for doctor visits and $50 for ER visits. And the monthly premium difference between these 2 plans is on average around $30. This means you have to make one simple decision. Would you rather have the extra coverage Plan G offers and pay around $30 more per month, or would you prefer to save $30 on your monthly premium and take on a couple of copays and the rare risk of excess charges? I do want to make a quick note of the fact that in some states the savings of Plan N will be more significant and might make more sense, while in other states it's a smaller difference in premium and might cause someone to lean more towards Plan G. The reality is these are both really good options for 2025 Medicare coverage, and you can't go wrong with either of these plans. You just have to decide what is most important to you. Hopefully you can now confidently choose which supplemental plan is going to be the best fit for you. Now let's talk about how to choose an insurance company. Now keep in mind, these plans are all standardized by Medicare. This means a Plan G is a Plan G, no matter what company you choose. There is no difference in healthcare coverage whatsoever, but you will find that the premiums vary from company to company. It may be tempting just to choose whichever company will give you the lowest initial premium, but the reality is this decision is a little more involved than that. Initial rates are important, but we have to consider what the rate stability of a company will be. Rate stability refers to how much and how often a company will increase their premiums in the coming years. Some companies will have lower rates initially, but then have much more drastic increases, making those initial premium savings no longer valuable. Other companies may have a slightly higher initial premium, but over the long term, we see that they have fewer and less drastic increases. This leads to much more stable rates and a much better financial decision over the course of retirement. The main reason for these differences in premium increases comes down to the size of that group. Is it small or large? In other words, the greater the market share a company has, the more likely their rates will be stable. If you enter a smaller group and a few of those people have some serious health issues like cancer or heart problems, the more medical expenses the insurance company has to cover. When healthcare claims exceed premiums, all insurance companies have the right to raise premiums so they don't lose money. So if there are fewer people in the group, the effect of the increase will be spread out over fewer people, resulting in a larger increase for everybody. However, if you are in a larger group, the risk of unhealthy people becomes less of an issue because that risk is being spread out to more people. So how do you know what the stability of rates are for the companies available in your area? Well, the best way would be to work with an independent broker like us who can show you the history of these companies and help you choose a company that has a good initial premium as well as a proven rate stability. That's what a good independent broker like us will do for you. So if you want to talk to someone right now, we have a number on the screen right here that you can call to answer your Medicare questions. If you want to learn more about all the details of all the supplemental plans available on the market, we put together this really cool video right here that breaks down the coverage of each plan. Go check it out.